It is the official start of the Phantom Racing League 2023 season. Let's take a look at our starting lineup for tonight. They just wrapped up qualifying here, and starting on the pole is MJ Bros in car number 4. He is starting on the pole at a 45.418 lap time, and alongside him on the outside front row is the number 12 of 19mm for ya at a 45490 as his lap time. As we look through the rest of the starting lineup, once again it is MJ on the pole with the 12 car on his outside, 19mm, followed by Loaderman, Bad Fast, Shovelhead, and Elvin. The green flag waves, and the Phantom Racing season is underway here at Daytona. Already starting to fan out as they roar down the back straightaway. Past the lake and into turn 3, and a big push sends Mike up the track. He was getting hung out to dry quite a bit last week in the practice race. Almost happened again here, but Mike does not let it happen. And I think Loaderman was kind enough to let him back in line. It is pretty early in the race. And Mike leads lap number 1. Loaderman pushing him, as well as the 14 of Shovelhead running in the 3rd spot. MFF Nomad up to 4th. He's looking to take over the outside, maybe, and he does. One long and squiggly choo-choo train into 3. Mike up the track again. Big Country sees that as an opportunity. He's going to try to get his draft and push him forward. He's thinking of going back to the bottom. He goes back to the top, back to the bottom again. Elvin Priest with a push from Nomad. He's going to go to the bottom as well. Nomad tucks behind with him. Country trying to keep his car straight as Mike RPM gets shuffled back in line, and now we have a new race leader. Oh, he's in the wall. Gets it tidied up, gets it in the draft, so we should be good. Country looking to make a move again. Let's see if anyone goes with them. Elvin and Nomad. Oh, and he's in the wall. The 88 holding up the 1 of Ed, the 32 of Motorsports Fan, and the 21 of D-Bat. We saw the 24 of Black Cross drop way to the back. Oh, and the 1 gets cut off by the 88. Things are looking a little disorganized further back. They're trying to stay away from the eye of the storm. Maybe the eye of storm is right where they are. As the 32 moves to the back of that line. Ed to the outside. D-Bat goes with him. Black Cross stays low. And the 32 tucks in behind him. No, he's changed his mind down the backstretch. It is still Loaderman out in front. Ahead of FRR Shovelhead. And 19mm running in 3rd. But this will definitely have an effect on the leaders, who are closing in fast. With that draft, they are going much, much faster in the draft than the 18 is. And it looks like pit stops are underway. The 12 is in, the 51 is in, the 53, the 14, and the 8. Oh, and there's contact being made as everyone's tucking in line. But Showtime Flash cycles to the lead here in that number 38 car. If I can get to him, there he is. But he's all by himself, a sitting duck. And these cars with a full head of steam are just going to eat him up on the outside, and it's a land rush into turn 1. Everyone's going to drive right by him. Absolutely no help given to Flash, but not to worry because he's got a fast enough car to where he doesn't have to worry about that, so he's just going to tuck it in line behind the 48 car of Bad Fast. And that's going to cycle FRR's own Shovelhead to the front, leading the outside for a change. And a push from a fellow Ford of 19mm, as well as the Rick Ware Chevrolets of Elvin Priest and Loaderman for the stage here. 1 to go. Shovelhead has been in front since the sequence of pit stops. Let's see if 19mm Elvin can try to make a move for the stage win. Get themselves those precious points. Got the 2 lap cars up ahead of MFF Ed and Motorsports Fan. Let's see if those guys are trying to do something to stay on the lead lap. Ed's gonna try to block Shovelhead up the track, and he gets into the wall. Oh, and Elvin and Badfast down to the apron as Ed and Motorsports Fan are trying to do everything they can to stay on the lead lap, and I think they did it. Motorsports definitely did, and I'm not sure about Ed, but either way, that is playoff points to 19mm for ya in that Advanced Auto Parts Ford Mustang. The winner of stage number 1. Holy cow. And it looks like Motorsports Fan did maintain the lead lap position. MFF Ed did not, which means he will be the lucky dog under this caution as we rack him up and try it again. It is stage number 2 here at Daytona. 19mm is your leader. As we see a big train on the outside. All those cars that lost the draft early on, this is their chance to make themselves known. MFF Hamlin Nation in that 18 car. We saw him drop way to the back at the very start. Here he is in the mix. Oh, and Loaderman up into the wall. And that might be a costly, I'm not sure if that was a lag spike. Or if he just got put in the wall there. I'm not entirely sure what happened here. Now he just got hung out, got put in the middle. It actually was a lag spike from the 18 of Hamlin Nation. Looking at Badfast's point of view, that's actually exactly what happened. So a massive, massive tough break to Loaderman, as I believe Race Control has given the call to MFF Hamlin Nation to get out of the way. He was able to hold on to the lead lap at the end of stage 1, finds himself up in the top 5. Then he got MJ, then Badfast, and I believe MFF Nomad right behind him. Black Cross, Big Country, D-Bat Baseball, Big Country. Uh-oh. Big contact for Country, sends him down to the pit lane. As the trajectory of his race takes a massive nosedive. So here's 19mm, our stage 1 winner. Lost the draft, along with Black Cross in the 24 Exalta Chevrolet. D-Bat in. Oh, Motorsports Fan sideways! And we just caught the tail end of it. You might lose some track time here. Looks like the battle could be for second. D-Bat Baseball trying to get an extra point. Trying to steal a point from Showtime Flash in that second spot. Mike RPM in that 4 car in 4th. D-Bat to the outside. And Mike just always going to force it through the middle. And he gets second from Showtime. And Shovelhead redeems himself and gets to win stage number 2. Mike RPM, we saw him thread it through the needle. 3 wide middle at the finish line. And was able to gain 2 spots out of it. So move him up to second. Showtime Flash in 3rd, D-Bat in 4th, Badfast. Quite a ways back in 5th. Green flag waves. And it's no more time for riding around. It is game on here at Daytona. D-Bat to the outside. He's got Elvin at 51. Loaderman the 53 back on the lead lap. Oh, we got a crash down the back straightaway. 19mm. That almost looked a lot worse than it could have been, but I don't know who else was involved in that. I think Loaderman, the 53. So we'll see how race control decides on that. That's under review. We'll see. It looks like no caution being called. Looks like D-Bat's losing the draft here. Now he's got a little bit of distance between him and Black Cross to reel him back in. I hope D-Bat knows a thing or two about a fishing lure, 'cause he's gonna need one right now to reel himself, reeling, and he's caught it. Back up to the bumper of the 24. That was a close call. He beats out D-Bat, a full head of steam. Big push. Massive push! Too big of a push! Oh, man! I don't think he liked that. D-Bat comes out in front. I think he felt bad. He's letting him go. Let's take a look at Bad Fast here. He is currently scored as the race leader, Black Cross in second. And he's currently a second and a half ahead of Showtime Flash, running all by himself now. MJ Brawson, D-Bat Baseball are fourth and fifth. We saw those two come out together. So, that'll slide him back into the fifth spot, but he has someone to work with now. 3 engines is better than 2. 12 wheels is better than 8. So, with enough time, this trio could run down the top 2 cars of Bad Fast and Black Cross.
12 seconds later.
He's leading this pack here. Scored in 3rd place. And I believe D-Bat is now out of this race. I think we just caught a live death on stream. Put the Live League logo on the top right of your screen. We just witnessed a death in this race. D-Bat is now out. Tough break. And it's very unfortunate because, dang, he was giving me some excellent shots. And we're already getting condolences messages on the top left of my screen right now. They're all feeling very, very sympathetic to our loss here, and we do appreciate it. Just keep D-Bat in our thoughts and prayers here as he's... So these two have lost their 3rd wheel. This was going to be a whole watch of how long were these two going to run them down. They did gain 4/10 since I last looked, but how much more could they have gained if D-Bat was still with them? Motorsports Fan is still your 5th place runner. Elvin leads Nomad to the outside. He's dialing up that radio, telling him to give me a big push. I'm going to make a move on the outside. Let's see if he's got it. It's a drag race. Down the back straightaway past Lake Lloyd into turn 3. Elvin Priest put him up into the 5th spot. Into the Trioval one last time. The white flag waves, and you already see Black Cross backing it off. He's trying to build a run to set him up at the finish. Let's see what Bad Fast can do. He's going to be watching his mirror, and he's got a mirror full of that 24's front nose. Cross looks to the inside. He got the block there, but he missed this one. Black Cross to the outside into turn number 3 at a full head of steam. And he's trying to pinch that 48 down. The 48's going to try to side draft him. Side by side off of turn number 4 into the Trioval. He's trying to pinch him. He's trying to side draft him, and it's not going to be enough. Black Cross is your season opener winner here at Daytona in the Phantom Racing League. And Bad Fast will have to settle for 2nd. Mike RPM in 3rd. Showtime Flash 4th. And the battle for 5th. And it looks like Elvin Priest is going to hang on to it. Nomad looking to the inside of Ed. I don't think he got it. Nope, Ed, though, is going to hang on to finish 6th. Actually, no, I think Nomad did get it. Oh my god, it's a tie! 74-42, 571, 74-42, 571. The 1 and the 8 have tied for 6th place, and Nomad gets credit for edging out the 1 car. Let's take a look at the final results for race number 1 in the Phantom Racing League. Shown at the top of the scoreboard, big enough for everyone to see, is your race winner Black Cross 73. Margin of victory over second place finisher Bad Fast was only by 4/100ths of a second. After finishing third in today's race, MJ picked up a nice chunk of points in the first 2 stages, as well as the bonus point for winning the pole, and that's going to propel him to the top of the point standings. Showtime Flash trails right behind him in the 4th spot, a good solid showing for the 38 car, and despite finishing nearly 20 seconds back, Elvin Priest gets a top 5 finish. Now for 6th place, you would have to look through a microscopic lens to see the gap between the 2 MFF drivers, but it is Nomad that edges out Ed for that spot. Motorsports fan headed up and down day finishes 8th, Loaderman in 9th, 19mm involved in an accident at the start of stage 3, he'll come home in the 10th spot. Only the top 10 of our 14 starters survived to the very end. Looking at the rest of the results, you'll see DNF shared amongst D-Bat, Shovelhead, Big Country, and Hamlin Nation. Well, that wraps it up for us at Daytona. Tune in next week for race number 2 of the 2023 season at Auto Club Speedway. Congratulations once again to race winner Black Cross. You are watching the Phantom Racing League here on YouTube. Until next time.